It's time to get those fangs out. Show me them fangs and give me them claws, because today we're doing some old school heavy metal by a band called Jaguar. I don't know if that's what they do or not. But we're going to get into this band Jaguar. Old school British heavy metal. I do believe so. So we're going to get into them. We're going to learn about the band if we can possibly do that. And we're going to do the song Axe Crazy today. That's the #1 track. So without further ado, let's do it now. Jaguar. They have 3,681 monthly listeners to the Spotify account. Top 5 jams. They all come from this album right here. And that album is called Power Games. Something is telling me this is the only album that's available, but your #1 is Axe Crazy. That has 109,000 plays. You got Dutch Connection. That's got 28,000 plays. You got Master Game, 20,000 plays. Prisoner. That has 14,000 plays. And The Fox has 15,000 plays. Now we're going to look into albums, and something is telling me this is the only album that's going to be on there. And guess what? 1983's Power Games is the only album that's on here. Hopefully there will be a bio that explains this situation. But first, let's get into related artists. I love this because it takes us down a rabbit hole of other band names that perhaps we haven't remembered in a long time. And then when we spit them out, they go, ooh, I forgot about them. So here are the related artists for Jaguar. You got Bitch's Sin. You got Witchfind. You got White Spirit. You got Avenger, Cloven Hoof. A lot of this we've done. Tyson Dog, Raven, we've done them. Tokyo Blade, Picture, yes. Hollow Ground, Praying Mantis, and Titan. Those are the related artists for the band. There is no image for this band, but there is a bio, and I am very happy to see that. And we're gonna read some of that now. I will find an image of some saucy looking fellas. It'll look like a very old picture. It'll be them, and they'll be saying, Shane, you want to fight? Come at me. Jaguar was formed in December 1979 in Bristol, UK, by Gary Peppard and former band member Jeff Cox through an advert in a local newspaper. The band built a local reputation and recorded 2 demos, the latter of which earned them a deal with Heavy Metal Records. Oh, there was actually a label called Heavy Metal Records. And in 1981, they released the single Backstreet Woman, which sold over 4,000 copies. 1982, after an appearance at the Dutch Rock Festival, they secured a recording contract with Neat Records. Today, they still are a band that are remembered through songs such as Axe Crazy, War Machine, Storm Child, and Dutch Connection. The band has now also appeared on large stages such as Sweden Rock Festival, Wacken Open Air, Headbangers Open Air, and other big stages in Europe. So they put out an album here in 2014, November 2014, named Metal X. That was engineered by Mike Exeter, Judas Priest, Heaven and Hell, Black Sabbath. So that's all there is for that, but that album's not on here. So we've just got this one little banger here called Power Game. So without further ado, we're going to get into this right now. Jaguar, Axe Crazy. This is supposedly one of their big hits, right? People fell in love with the band off this song and Dutch Connection. So, Magic Nipple Titty in hand, give you a taste, take a taste. We listen to the song for the very first time together. If you're ready to rock, let's do it right now. Axe Crazy. Ooh, right out of the gate. Love that old school sound. Oh yeah, this is delightful. Axe Crazy. I gotta know now, I got to be sure. Can't give when you're asking for more. You scream blood out, you're gunning for me. Can't you see I'm driving me? Axe Crazy. They're gonna power through this riff the whole time. Maybe one change in it. Going for the breakdown funk jam. Oh! If he's gone axe crazy, is this where he's just kind of checking out his handiwork with the axe, right? Crazy. It's crazy. Dutch Connection gonna come on? Yeah, Dutch Connection. Yeah. I love the sound of that old school stuff. You know, there's just this sound to it that's like, we're just trying to figure out what you can do on these tools. You know what I mean? That old school 80s heavy metal sound is just like, the world is open to you. You have very few influences in there at the time, so it's just like, man, we just gotta rock and go axe crazy and all of that. So there's just this pleasant sound to me when I hear stuff like that. But what say you? Most important part of my video is where you get in the comments below and tell me exactly what you think of the songs that we do here. Good, great, fantastic. Shane, I am a huge fan of Jaguar, and I'm about to lay down their entire discography to you, because clearly Spotify is not doing the proper job, or the record label is not doing the proper job, or the owners of the material at this point are not doing a proper job. Have you ever seen Jaguar live? Are they still at it? Are they still going? What do you think of the song Axe Crazy? What did you think of that? What is your top 5 jams, and did you own the album Power Games? I would be really curious of the people that have seen them live, because that's you're dating yourself. You're saying, I've been around a long time. I've been to a lot of heavy metal shows, and I saw them back in the, Dilling Squirt's pub and Haggis House or whatever. Where you could say, not good, not great. Shane, it's just a little too old school. The recording sounded a little too old and outdated, and they were just kind of flooding through it. And even though they may have been on the earlier end of the double bass and the rock and guitar, it was just not my cup of tea. I'm going to give it a hard pass and say thank you very much. All of that can be put in the comments below, don't you know? If you have a hard rock or a heavy metal special request, I would ask you to look in the links in the description below, because we can get that request on for you really quick through one of those options there, where you can always post your requests in the comments, and perhaps at some point I will get to them. That's all I've got for this. Jaguar. Axe crazy, yeah.